Oh, hi guys, how you doing? Welcome along to Totally Magic. Got a good trick here for you, which I think you're gonna like a lot, and it involves a deck of playing cards. Get a spectator to help you. Give them the cards, get them to shuffle them, so they mix the cards up. You take them back and you say, we're not actually going to use the whole pack. In fact, we're just going to use a few cards from the entire deck. Okay, so just a few of them. We'll place these down here. You see, we're going to do a trick that involves a teleportation. Something where a card travels from one place to another. Simple as that. Now, we don't need too many cards for this, so let's just count these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, we'll probably do it with 7. We'll use 7 cards from the pack. So let's just check that. So 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I did put a card down, didn't I? Okay, all right, well, I tell you what, let's get rid of another card. We do only need 7 cards for this trick I'm going to show you, so let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another card. I think the teleportation started already. Crazy. All right, well, we'll get rid of that. I tell you what, you take the cards and you check them, because I don't seem to be having much luck. Can you count the cards? Now, you give these to the spectator and they will then count the cards however they like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they realise there's 8 cards. So you tell them, get rid of one, and they can get rid of any card. Thank you very much. You take the cards back. So we've now got these cards here, as you can see. Now actually, this one here, the Ace of Diamonds, is going to be a card that I'm going to teleport from one place to another. Okay, but let's just check that you did that count. Not that I don't trust you, but let's just check that you did that count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Maybe you miscounted like me. We'll get rid of that. That leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly. Now remember, I said to you that I was going to take the Ace of Diamonds and teleport that. So let's put the 7 cards down with our ace. We're going to come over here. Now, because of the confusion we've had in trying to use just 7 cards, I want to do this next bit cleanly and deliberately. Watch closely. I'm going to count, nothing in my hand. 1 card, 2, yep, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think you'll agree that that is as clean as I can be with the cards. 7 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to put these here. Now this is where the real magic, we've arrived at the trick I wanted to show you. 7 cards here, 7 cards here. The Ace of Diamonds. Watch before your very eyes. We push this in. Now it doesn't look much. You're not going to believe this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards remain. Only 6 cards remain. Could it possibly be? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, and there's 6. 6 cards that you can examine. The ace has gone. Surely it didn't teleport across, or did it? You see over here, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it really? 8. The 8th card really is our ace. You can examine all the cards, and that is one great teleportation card trick. Enjoy. So how does this great little trick work? Well, it's almost 99% a self-worker. There is only one very simple sleight you need to do, or I wouldn't even call it a sleight, it's a magician's handling, which is a kind of biddle count. Now, I like this because it is impromptu. You can take a deck of cards from anyone, borrow them, they can be shuffled, there's no props, no special setup required. So here's how it works. I just take you through it. If you want to see the routine again in the order that I did it, then just re-watch this video a couple of times. But this is all you do. We need to remove 9 cards from the top. Now what I do is I just push across 3, 3 and 3 like this. I've got 9 cards, but don't make a big deal about this. Don't kind of count them out, and don't even tell people how many cards, because they might want to count as well. So just say, look, we're going to remove just a few cards. You push these across, turn them face up, spread the cards as you say, we're not going to use all the cards. Now what I'm going to do is steal 2 cards from the top of the pack. So I'm not only taking those 9 that I flipped over, but I'm going to pinch 2 cards from the top. So as you spread the cards and say, we're not going to use the whole pack for this, as you square these like this, put the pack to one side and take the cards. This is a situation. You've got 9 face up cards and 2 face down. At this point, no one's suspicious because you didn't tell them how many cards you were going to use. You then do your first move of transferring the top card to the bottom. Now you can do that as I did, just casually say, we're going to teleport a card from here to somewhere else, and you just put it to the bottom. If you want to do some kind of sleight, then feel free to do that. The cards are now in the order that you need. This is all self-working. You count the cards, 1, and you turn them face down and put them to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 8 cards. Now, no big deal is made of this because you've counted 8 cards, but you say, actually, I guess we could use 1 less, and you just peel off the top card. Okay, peel that off and drop that on top of the pack. So they've seen you count apparently 8 cards. You've got rid of 1 because you only want to work with 7. You turn the whole packet over and you repeat exactly the same, counting aloud. Okay, let's just double check. We need just 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you push off the 7th and see another one, act surprised. 7. Oh, I could have sworn that I threw another card away. Put this to the bottom. Once you've done that, you turn the whole packet over and pull out the bottom card and drop that on. That's 2 cards got rid of. And you do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you've got 8 cards a game. Now this one you can turn over and don't put it to the bottom, just drop it on top. Now you can kind of make this some sort of comical gag. You may not want to go down the road of what I did. You might just want to do this as a standalone in this miscounting, or some sort of time travel where the cards apparently keep jumping back, so you end up with 8 cards each time. You've now got rid of another card. Now at this point you actually have genuinely 8 playing cards here. So what I do is I give them to the spectator to say, look, I'm making a bit of a mess of this. Can you just double check that I've got 7 now? I've just got rid of 1, check 7. Now they will count 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and realise that we've now got 8 again. It's appearing that every time we get rid of 1, we get 1 back. Let them to throw 1 away and then hand the cards back to you. Now you're going to do a biddle count. For those not familiar, there's plenty of videos on YouTube. I'll put a link to one below this video. But it's just holding the front and the back and sliding off cards. And you pull off cards to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 cards here. Flip them over and just show the cards. Now what you can do, because the next part of the routine, the second card from the top is going to be the one that you're going to mention about teleporting. So I could say, look, note this 3 of diamonds is my favourite card and we're going to teleport that. So just mention it. Don't make a big deal of it. Just mention the 3 of diamonds. If you want a picture card, then make sure it gets placed in the second position. Let's say the 3 of diamonds. I'm going to teleport the 3 of diamonds. What you then do is you turn the cards over and you say, look, before we do the teleportation, let's just double check that we still have 7. You're then going to do a biddle count. And what you do is you slide off the top card. You slide off the second card, which is going to be that 3. And you're going to put a little pinky break under it. This is how it looks. You slide it off. I've actually held a break there, because as you put these cards under to slide off the 3rd card, you're going to put this one back underneath this packet here. Okay, let me just show you that. As I go over, I'm sliding this off, but my fingers, if I do that like that, you might be able to see what happens. As I slide this off, can you see that card being pulled back? I count 3. I've only got 2 here because that card has been pulled back underneath here. Watch the video back, watch the biddle move on YouTube videos to learn how to do that. 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks as though you've now counted 8 cards. Of course, this one's been counted twice. It's at 3. Don't show it to anyone. Just say, okay, let's get rid of that. You've now got rid of that. You can now go through the cards, keep them to yourself, and just out jog 1 card as you say, I'm going to push out the 3 of diamonds. Remember I said I want to teleport that. Actually, it's any card because you don't have the 3 and you also only have 6 cards. No one's going to notice. So you say, look, now we've got the 7 cards. Remember I wanted to teleport that 3 of diamonds. Leave it out. Of course, the 3's not there. That's at any card. Put them down. You now have to count 7 cards well, you've got to count 8 cards from here, but count them as 7. Now, if you've got a better way of doing this, then please use whatever method you prefer. Okay, what I like to do is just spread the cards and say we're going to take 7 cards from here, but cleanly. Can you notice I'm pushing off these cards, but as I square them, these top 2 cards are going to be squared as 1 as I get a break, and I push them forward. But can you notice the perfect alignment? I've squared them up and I've clipped them with my thumb forward. Now I like to do this when I'm counting cards slowly and deliberately, and you say to them, and all I do in the crease of my thumb, I take both those cards and say, look, there's 1. It's so clean, people can see that. Then take a second card all cleanly and clip that in, then another one. Look how clean these are pushing off. This even fools magicians at times because they're looking for you to push off more than 1 card. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Put the pack in the middle. There's 7 cards. You've actually got 8. Square them up and you can count them if you want. 1, 2, using the biddle count, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 cards as 1 here. 7. Everything's clean. You put that down. The spectator has got no reason to doubt what you've done because he's still waiting for the trick. That 3 of diamonds to transfer across here. 7 cards here, 7 cards there. Do the finishes you want because the rest of it is all performance, because you push this in, make some noises, travels across. Now when you count this, count it in the same way because you want to keep it consistent. Don't go like this. Keep it consistent. Count them 6 cards because there are. So this is a genuine count. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The audience are surprised that there's 1 less card. Magicians will probably think you've counted 2 as 1 there, but the real clincher is when you turn them over individually and push them around and say you can examine those, but note 1 card is missing. It happens to be the 3 of diamonds. Come over here, count these cards again, keeping it consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 8 cards here. You can then count the cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The extra card is the one that's teleported over. And I think that's a great little card trick to do impromptu. Have a little play around with it. However, if you want to break this into 2 and maybe just do the first part, if you're just interested in doing that counting routine at the start where every time you get rid of a card comes back, you get rid of it, it comes back. Once you've done that a few times, you might just want to end the trick there. It's a great little quick 2-minute routine. Yeah. If you want to carry on and do the second part, the teleportation, that's up to you. I hope you found that enjoyable, and as usual, enjoy what you do, but most of all, practice. Till next time, stay safe.